Hello, Internet! It is time again for another ACP Film Track. This is ACP Film Track number 78, and we are going back to the 80s, and we are going to be watching the 80s classic Iron Eagle. Oh, man. I think all of us have seen this movie, but not all of us have seen this movie like in the last 30 years.
I don't think I've seen this movie this century.
No, I definitely haven't seen this movie.
Definitely not this century, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Last time I saw this movie, I was young enough to enjoy it.
So we are watching this on Amazon Prime, and meanwhile there was shenanigans going on, so my tablet actually fell asleep.
Aww.
And I just
You're welcome.
And but I'm trying to get it to 21 seconds.
It's being problematical.
It is right after the TriStar Pictures logo disappears and before the clouds show up. All right. And so, you know the drill. Pause this podcast on the screen of your choice, pull it up, you dust off that old VHS cassette.
Yeah.
Rethink your life choices.
Yeah, well, they're here. It's too late for that.
It's got a great soundtrack, by the way. All right. So I'm assuming at this point in time, since a pause lasts as long as you need to, that you are ready. You're at 21 seconds on either Amazon or the TriStar logo's just disappeared. And Oddball, keeper of the watch party, shall you count us off?
I will, and I'm hoping you guys have got that VHS player that you got from Radio Shack or Circuit City warmed up.
And we're the one that has the counter on it.
Oh, the top loaders. Those were awesome. And we're going to start at 21 seconds in 3, 2, 1, play. There's some electronic lawn darts.
Yep.
Did those planes change camo patterns?
Maybe.
They maybe change stock footage.
Shh. No, this is a documentary.
Stock footage is not David preparing soup. I stand corrected.
No, that's me doing my segment on rifle stocks.
Although if you stew a rifle stock to soak the cosmoline out...
Hey, I ran one through a dishwasher. Came out beautiful.
With soap or without soap?
I believe without. It was just the hot water.
What did it do to the dishwasher?
Actually, nothing. My wife made me promise if it harmed the dishwasher, I was paying for the replacement. When we sold the house years later, the dishwasher was still going strong. Actually, our exceedingly hard water caused more problems with that dishwasher than the rifle stock going through.
I don't know about your wife, but I would have definitely run a just once you pulled the stock out and said, "Ooh, it came out and it came out perfectly," I would have immediately thrown some soap in it and run it again.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, those aren't big
No.
23s.
First, I thought they might have been A4s, but they're not. There's those Saab Biggins,
Thinking.
or no, those are.
Fortunately, those are missiles, not Hittiles.
I was going to say, they kind of look like darts, but that's not what they are.
I wonder if...
Dassault?
Maybe. And that was definitely a different aircraft.
Yes.
That was definitely an F5.
By the way, this is
That was a really fast missile.
in the Hunt for Red October. They're actually using legit Navy sonar graphics. In this is definitely that'll look right enough.
So this is the Wish.com Top Gun.
Exactly.
Slightly better.
Have a nice day. Well, you just smoked two of their buddies. What do you expect?
Oh, that's cheating using a gun in a missile fight.
Right?
Make sure you wait till the canopy's pointing up.
If this end does not point toward the sky, you will not go into space and you will have a very bad day.
Untangling a cassette that was eaten by the player. Kids, ask your folks. Have them ask their folks.
Mm-hmm. But you don't need to ask it if you're watching this on a VHS.
It's true.
And yeah, it was they work furs.
Whoa.
F-21s.
A cordless phone
Without a screen on it.
and a 3-foot antenna.
Yep. They are really selling this. Actually, not. They're not really selling this. Looks like something from Radio Shack.
.65.5 Mustang. The car that everybody brings to the audio show and everybody looks at it and everybody admires it. It's one of those, everybody has one. The people who don't have one are the people who don't want one.
Starfighter.
I like how that car drove in like he was some sort of crash, but he was parked.
Yeah.
The car,
Just showing what kind of
he parks recklessly.
right. Yeah, how cool he is.
Yeah. You know, the last time I had a vehicle with a tape deck, I didn't plug the cord in quite right. Turn up the volume.
Did he just cut off the same K car twice?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's on a military base, so probably half of the cars look like that.
And that's not how MPs and guards deal with folks running, just blazing through gates and speeding.
Yeah.
Yeah. That car might have some additional air conditioning. But no, I turned up the volume and discovered, oh, hey, wait a minute, the headphone cord is loose. Pushed in a little bit further and blew the speakers. Fortunately, the speakers, not my eardrums.
Oh wait, let's hear in the 80s. Oh, and he was driving off base, so yeah, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble for just blowing past the gate, but speeding on base tends to get cracked down on pretty hard.
Yeah. About the only thing going through my head right now is dumbass kids.
Nice Cessna shirt he's wearing. It's a nice touch. Not me.
Wah, wah.
Seriously, dumbass kids.
Like, and what kind of money do these kids guess up my plane?
Right?
I loved you in Enemy Mine.
Nice product placement.
Mm-hmm. And yet at the same time, just fits.
Of course, that other guy sabotaging his plane.
Yep.
Yep.
Shouldn't the little brother have been like waving a handkerchief or something?
I don't know. Half expecting this guy to be served with the Cessna and desist. Okay, that joke didn't even get off the ground.
Mixture was way too lean.
Shots fired.
Just clean it up with some prop wash. We'll be fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, just let me reel it in with some flight line.
Pull chocks. Let's go.
Really dumbass kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're daring and edgy.
The older I get, the more daring and edgy looks like dumbass.
Yeah. Look, he's definitely, whoever the pilot is of that is definitely riding the rudder nicely.
Mm.
I think that was more than 50 feet up.
Road's a road.
And the audience knows Nuts Inc. Really, what do most people know, NOE, about this kind of flying?
Pretty much nothing. Most of them probably don't even know what the acronym NOE means.
I certainly
There is
don't.
that.
Pardon?
What's NOE?
Nape of the Earth. Meaning you're following all the terrain contours. And there goes the oil.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an expensive repair.
Yep.
I don't want to stop acting crazy. I mean, if you're in a canyon, there's not exactly much. Yes, it's a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. With the front wheel.
Just whack him in the back of the helmet with the wingtip.
That's right. Or the landing gear.
I'm reminded of the time I was driving a loader with a bale speeder down the road. For some reason, I could never catch up to the people on bicycles in front of me.
You were providing them incentive.
They also apparently had a higher top speed.
Just drift in front of him.
Oops.
We'll just cover him with all that friggin' greasy oil
Smoke. Yep. Yes, you're a loser. And wow, Doug, that was a
That landing. Oh, just touch and go, but still kind of sucked.
no. That was not intentional. It was intentional for the movie, but the
Yep.
And there goes his front landing gear.
And probably his prop.
But anyone you walk away from is a good landing. Anyone that you can reuse the plane the next day is a great landing.
Did you hear that?
I remember restart
the
the groin.
Yeah, really. Why no restomping the groin?
I was under the impression that his dad got shot down when he was just a little kid. Because that's how tragic stories usually happen.
Pardon?
But not for the context of this.
No.
That his dad was shot down when he was a little kid, and that this was like 20 years later.
Hmm. I'm going to do something else stupid. And just walking into the Sensitive Information Center.
Could look a little bit more like a dick.
It's the Navy.
This movie is the hackers of military procedure.
Yes.
I don't think it's quite that accurate.
And I like that. Like his dialogue is just all sorts of crusty southern cliches.
Oh, yeah.
How many metaphors can I shove into this?
Yeah, about the only thing he's lacking is a few y'alls and a bless your heart.
and a lip full of red man.
Mm-hmm.
Or Copenhagen. Dealer's choice.
And a curved rip in the back pocket of his pants.
Yep.
The what?
The sign that his pants are wearing through from the tin of dip.
From the dip
Oh,
tin.
yes.
Perhaps a Coca-Cola bottle that doesn't
He
actually
spits
have Coke
into.
in
Same color.
it. Yes.
By the way, I like how the fact that he's going to prom on the night before graduation day.
Because movie.
Yep, exactly.
MP, not amused.
They're on duty. They're not allowed to be abused on duty.
Especially not amused by the kid who breaks the rules in front of everyone.
Right?
Wonder why his jacket has a torn off patch.
They got him secondhand.
Makes sense.
And this guy wound up in the army and some secret squirrel group and died on the Texas-Mexico border in a failed drug op.
Really?
That's another part he played.
Oh, okay.
Extreme Prejudice, I think, was the name of the movie.
Okay.
By the way,
Powers Booth.
I like the little shit on Jimmy Carter and a little praise to Ronald Reagan.
Oh, I missed it with the bullshitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody hit him in the kidneys.
I think that'll work really well. When you're down in a show trial in a kangaroo court, an excellent defense is always the best solution.
He reminds me. Maybe he was that guy actor in one of the some of the spaghetti westerns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least they've got the prom with horrible band down right.
Yes, that's probably the most accurate part of this movie.
And poofy dresses.
Uh-huh.
There it is.
There's a word, place that's coming to mind. Oh yeah, Bangzai.
Mm-hmm.
This time he actually is permitted.
Well, Xander, notice you don't see him murder anybody because murder is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wondering what that pop was, I just cracked open a Bundaberg ginger beer.
Okay.
I should resupply David sometime with that.
With what?
Bundaberg ginger beer.
Oh, yes, that's good stuff. Of course, classic Queen.
Well, all tapes in the car eventually become a Best of Queen album.
As long as they're in there for a fortnight.
When I was a teenager and went to the roller rink, I have the exact same feel when I hear this.
I actually don't recognize this one.
You don't recognize this Queen song?
Oh, it's Queen. No, I don't. I'm not the biggest Queen fan, honestly.
And yet you're a size queen.
I like the arcade music at the end there.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I just like that all the dialogue that gets printed up on that little computer interface.
Yep.
The reserves don't pay that well.
Let's see here. Go fly, steel plane. Go fly over the
Half the world.
other half the world. Question mark. Leavenworth.
Right.
Bombs and missiles. Bombs and missiles.
Dumbass kid. Dumbass kid. Kid, you're asking to be laid out on the tarmac.
That's right. Don't fuck with that guy. He's a
He
trap.
took off his sunglasses again. And remember what he did to Richard Gere?
I am glad that went over my head.
Officer and a Gentleman.
Haven't seen it. Now I don't want to.
It's
It's not a bad
bad.
movie.
It probably won't be
But-
appearing on an ACP film track.
No.
No.
Louis Gossett Jr. was the drill instructor or training sergeant or whatever his actual title was.
This is so 80s.
It is.
Mhm.
It is an 80s movie. Very good. You're paying attention.
I know, but they turned it up to 11.
They turned it up to 87.
Dumb ass kid. That seems to be my mantra tonight.
Oof.
Never give up, never say die.
You're not wearing your helmets.
And of course, he's tuning out a very relevant speech.
What's the matter? My husband is in a prison on the far side of the world in a third world country.
Don't worry, I'm going to steal a plane and get him.
Hmm.
That'll work out well. First time. That's another one we could stand to watch. Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
No.
I have not actually seen that. I've heard mixed
that's-
reviews.
Sounds like Oddball didn't enjoy it.
No.
And concerning the movies that Oddball does enjoy, that says a whole lot.
I guess he's just not into well-hung men.
There's- That segment was pretty good, and the Buster Scruggs segment was pretty good. The rest was a bunch of masturbation on their part.
Come again?
I don't know.
Exactly. I had that Air Force 2000 poster.
I may have as well. Third world country, so their trigger discipline being poor is not out of character.
Yep.
I think you're confusing confession with penis, sir.
Or fist.
Yeah.
I like their clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a phone booth. Kids, ask your folks. Or watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Or ask your folks to dig out their VHS of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Is this whole
That too.
thing made of like old parachutes?
Yep, looks it.
Old everything. Actually, I think the beanbags are made of old parachutes, too.
Wow.
Because, yeah, this is totally how this works.
Controlled data in use. You know, lately I've been enjoying podcasts on social engineering and reading on the subject as well.
And here comes the geek.
Little Twisted Sister.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored by Cabot Arms.
We're gonna fake it.
Nice Jewish boy from Queens. His mother wanted him to be a doctor. He's pimping his sister for security clearance. That's just low.
I want to stick my tube steak in your sister. What do you offer in trade?
You let us in here and... Is one of those the sister? Ah.
It's another ACP blooper reel in the can.
Where's Chachi? One of them couldn't carry the portfolio?
Teamwork.
That is an epically bad idea.
Yes, let's take something that sounds like a gunshots in a military base.
Yeah, good way to suck on some buckshot.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. That is a horribly cheesy sweater.
It was the 80s.
I love all the security of the U.S. Air Force, foiled by a bunch of punk kids that really aren't that bright.
Uh-huh.
Hey, is that an El Camino?
Should I say it again? Yes, I should. Dumb-ass kids. And he's got a +5 to intelligence on his character sheet.
I'm not sure he's showing. I think he's showing that -5 of wisdom.
On his character sheet, I didn't say anything about the player.
I thought it was a 20 millimeter.
Dumbassery is contagious. Sort of like Oddball's movie
Wait for
choices.
it. Wait for it.
I like what you've done with the place. You can't just turn it on. You got to kick it.
How can you think with that music on, really?
Right?
Is that James Brown?
No, that's Louis Gossett Jr.'s butt.
I just don't recognize the song, but it sure sounds like the domestic pugilist of the time.
Got to narrow it down a little bit there, though.
I mean, I'm not talking about Ike.
I was just thinking about a music player where there's a momentary contact switch to turn it on by concealed right under the flexible top cover.
So you can pop it one with your hand or your foot.
Yep.
There's the other switch.
Wax on, wax off.
I was thinking more of the between fight music for between in Punch Out. Well, take your time. He's buffing the wizard right now.
Admittedly, modern computers make it a lot easier to correlate data in spreadsheets and reports.
Yep.
And back when, smoking in a restaurant, cool.
You can't smoke in restaurants in Tennessee either. There's a few places where you can still smoke in a restaurant. Now, smoking in a hospital.
Or on an airplane.
You can smoke in bars if they are 18 and over.
What always gets me is is how even in modern airplanes they still have the little no smoking light.
Well, just like gas is advertised as unleaded. I will note that I feel obligated to tell this old saw. Weird. What do you do when your girlfriend starts smoking in bed?
Put her out?
Slow down.
Wah! I resemble that remark. One point, my I'm trying to remember if we were married or not, but the sexual partner who is my wife bought a box of ribbed condoms, and really the only thing those things are good for is starting a fire.
As a friend of mine once said, yeah, they're for getting traction in the mud.
Oh. Oh wait, this is also the Italian restaurant?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they serve Italian food.
And I'm still hungry.
Like how the hell we're going to get from Southern California to Middle East?
Is it Libya, Iran, wherever the bad guys live?
Mm-hmm.
Based on the some of the terrain, I'm thinking possibly Arizona, New Mexico.
I am so glad I wasn't drinking anything when you said that.
Why? Did I miss somebody else's comment?
No.
It's just
Okay.
just further from Libya.
Yeah.
You're
That's why I said earlier, halfway around the world.
Because, one thing F-16s are known for is their huge range.
Yep. And bathrooms.
Don't kink shame.
Or,
He's a merciful man.
I was just
the
trying to
fact
think
that
of it.
basically the concept behind the F-16 was to be the U.S. Air Force's TIE fighter.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an interceptor.
It was designed to be cheap but effective.
Yeah.
And
as opposed to the F-14, which was basically
Well,
from the day it was introduced, the class of the world.
Well,
Not cheap.
it was introduced about the same time as the F-15.
Right, Strike Eagle.
Which is superior in most ways, but is also like 5 times more expensive.
Yeah, well, the F-15, it's basically a fixed-wing F-14 in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper than the F-14.
And a bit more easier on maintenance.
Yeah.
And still flying.
Yeah, we're going to just kind of wander off with one of these multi-million-dollar planes in 1980s money.
Right.
Not for the loaf of bread when you listen to this.
Get your hands out of your pockets, Airman. Glad those kids are on our side.
Yeah, can you imagine what would happen if it was an actual terrorist with ill intent and training?
Yep.
And bit of trivia. According to the DVD liner notes, the U.S. Air Force was going to consult on this film until they realized that a major part of the plot hinged on Doug and his friends hacking into the base computers, stealing equipment, etc.
Yep.
They didn't like the idea of the ease with which they had control of the base.
Uh-huh.
So they got the Israelis instead.
Because the Australians like, embarrassed the U.S. Air Force? Why not?
Well, you say that. One of the other pieces of trivia, apparently some of the ordnance on the F-16s in some of these scenes were actual live ordnance.
Oh, yeah.
And at one point during the filming, the Israeli Air Force was called upon to carry out a strike against terrorist targets in Lebanon. A ground controller, seeing a pair of F-16s already in the air with the required loadout, vectored them in, and they were about halfway to the target when someone realized that the aircraft were attached to the chute, and the planes had American markings on them. And recalled the planes because
I have a feeling the American
markings
markings was the bigger thing because of the international incident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were. The Israelis were definitely going to bomb the hell out of the target. It was just, oh yeah, they should do that with our marked planes.
Right, that's the thing, is doing it with an American marked plane would have caused an international incident the wrong way.
That would have been a little embarrassing and difficult to explain.
I'll just note that the Israeli commentary makes this a perfect Passover movie.
Well, that's Saturday.
Superpowers.
Blowing shit up with the power of rock.
Oh, that's how they built the military city.
Now let's hope that
Wait, he dropped bombs on a vertically oriented target?
Sure, why not?
Well,
it's about as accurate as anything else.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power of imaginative rock.
Now, both of you, put your damn masks back on.
Low level, low speed flying, it's not that.
Now, their contracts supersede the requirements of physiology and physics.
We're in this together.
It's kind of like Backdraft. Save your masks! Okay, now you're all dead.
There is that.
Oh, speaking of Ike and Tina.
Pardon?
Yep.
Isn't this Ike and Tina's
It does sound like it.
Rolling?
So that's...
Them kids just about wound up with stick somewhere uncomfortable.
Air refueling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Degrees is an angle, not a distance.
Don't worry, he'll make the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs.
Ike beats Tina to death.
He didn't give a read-off?
But I'm worried about the Rona.
Well, not quite 5-year-old surviving a 5-year-old child's investigation, but it's a decent plan. Also, I believe it was Benjamin Franklin who said 3 men may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
I think that actually predated Ben Franklin, but I'm sure he appreciated the sentiment.
Ben Franklin also said, "Who boy, I love whores."
Especially the French ones.
I was gonna say the
Yeah, this is probably why you guys keep inviting me back.
I mean, you're not wrong. That is historically accurate. If Ben Franklin,
I was literally saying the exact same words.
if Ben Franklin didn't say it, he fucking thought it.
And I'll slip in later. Get your ass in my bed, boy.
Is this his form of grooming?
That's just creepy.
Have you noticed whenever there's an establishing shot of a Middle Eastern country, it's always the call to prayer?
Let's just let you know that it's an Arabic country.
Of course, how many calls to prayers do they have per day?
5?
I think.
Yeah, so it's not statistically impossible.
Yep.
I remember the first long car trip you've ever made by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Except you can't pull over to pee.
Bombs
Astronaut
away.
diapers.
I was just picturing him cracking open the canopy and tossing a bottle that isn't Mountain Dew out the side.
Bombs away!
Is that grape nuts in front of the corn checks?
Can't quite tell.
I wouldn't recognize grape nuts anyway.
I don't think it's grape nuts.
Shredded
Cream-
wheat?
Cream of wheat?
Could be.
Could be.
That's racist.
How is that racist?
The cream of wheat man.
I was just going by the size of the box. I have no idea what the box. Is there a black man on the cream of wheat box?
Normally, I don't know if that's a cream of wheat box though.
I was just thinking of other things it could be. You're the one who went racist with it.
I'm not the racist. You're the racist.
Oh. Yeah, one of these days, some guys he's going to do that to is just going to deck him for being insubordinate.
Mm-hmm. What was that phrase I was thinking of? Oh, yeah, dumbass kid.
Yep. Kick the tires and light the fires.
Yep.
That cat only has one eye.
It's not coming in, it's going out.
Dumb ass kid.
And I hope you emptied your bladder.
Or
And
just
put on your Depends.
Yeah.
Or got a whole bunch of empty apple juice jugs.
On that thought,
Wait, are you emptying that or filling it, Xander?
filling it with soda.
Used or new?
New. Well, he is half right. Dumbass kids. Wow, those are some good batteries. Dumbass existential kid.
Like I did last night.
Wham!
So, oh.
Try to pack your shit in.
He's not wrong. You tend to do what you mentally prepare yourself to do.
Yep.
Yep.
Something laying down enough fiber to make Google jealous.
Or Verizon. They've been doing a lot of fiber stuff lately.
That is awfully close flying. Especially given they don't have blue and yellow paint jobs. Not to mention it eats up fuel.
Nobody gives me the raspberry.
God damn it! That ginger beer almost went down the wrong tube.
Lone Star.
Now, you can enjoy the goats later.
They're delicious.
It's Queen again. I think at least one of those guys running across the runway had what looked like a Swedish K or the Port Said. Yeah, there's the guy who jumped off the back of the truck.
I just saw that too, yeah.
I really would like one of those. The Swedish K is just...
What was the Smith & Wesson version of that? The 76?
Yeah. It was...
If you bubba that rifle, does that make it a special K?
It was kind of a special K. It was kind of short bus special. What did they store in the tower?
The FX Pyro.
See, that would have made sense as a fuel farm.
Yeah,
jet fuel everywhere.
And you get an explosive charge, and you get an explosive charge.
I didn't know that they had. I knew they had 20 millimeter high explosive, but 20 millimeter extremely high explosive.
Yep.
20 millimeter thermobaric explosive.
Well, at least the music's good.
Yep.
All of the vocals are a bit mercurial.
You're such a drama queen. Oh, wait, no, that's the singer. Or...
Say hello to my friends. He's not going to take any flack for that.
You're taking flack. It means you're over the target.
That looked like an Ulkarian.
Awesome Mixtape Volume 2. Is this kid's son Baby Driver? He'll never feel his strong arms around him again.
I do like the footage of the jets.
Yeah.
But how does he know that their parents weren't married?
Just an assumption. I mean, they're godless heathens after all.
Mm-hmm.
Non-illegitimi carborundum.
Gun kill.
I like it was missile lock on, but gun kill.
Hold together, baby.
What the dumbass kid didn't know is it was actually the best of Grand Ole Opry.
The best of Jefferson Starship.
Wouldn't Jefferson Airplane be more appropriate?
I'm joking about the more of the... Oh, what the hell, Starship?
Tiffany?
I'd rather listen to that than country, believe me. At least he doesn't have to deal with Leavenworth.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've got one of the songs from the Transformers movie going through my head.
You got the touch!
Okay.
So essentially, Lou Gossett Jr. just explained to him that he, in fact, is Rodimus Prime.
He might have the power as well.
What power? Come on. Come on.
Power of the Babe?
What babe? Babe with the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Who do? You do. Do what? Remind me of a babe.
That went right over my head.
Labyrinth.
In stereo where available.
Okay, I have seen that movie, but it's been a very long time.
Well, then, I guess we need to find it on streaming for one of our soon.
It's also been a very long David Bowie cock.
Yes, starring David Bowie and his penis.
It wasn't just David Bowie's singing skills that got him the ladies.
You know, dumbass kid's probably feeling pretty punchy by now.
I'm sure his bladder is pretty full.
Or his leg is very warm and wet.
Yeah. I love this song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yep.
Of course, Blues Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's one of the ones that I
If we
actually
sell
like the
them
Blues
Cobras-
Brothers cover of it better just because of having the horn section.
Yep.
So glad you made it. So glad you made it. You got to give me some love. Give me some loving.
That explains why he said this was for Chappie.
Every day. Blew up the tent.
Why not?
By falling on it.
It's the 80s. Everything fucking explodes.
Especially the Pintos.
It's like playing GoldenEye on the N64. If you shoot anything in that game long enough, it will explode. Like, I shot a desk chair. Shoot a desk chair long enough, it'll explode.
Now it makes me want to strap Tannerite to the seat of a desk chair and put it down range.
I mean, the way this one went up, it was more like sprinkling amongst the fibers.
Because he is going to shoot down the dumbass kid.
That's right. It's the standard rule of movie battles.
Especially 80s movies.
The main characters seek each other out.
You blew them all up.
Twice.
You just lost a refinery. That's a water treatment plant.
Yep.
Yep.
Explosive water.
Water treatment plant, refinery. What is difference?
Target, Chinese embassy, who care? Aside from the torture, that guy's got to be in serious hurting because the ejection seat is not very kind to the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
It's just kinder than what the alternative is.
What's actually even better is the ejector seat of the SR-71.
The
yeah.
ejection capsule.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, actually, I think it's just a seat.
At least one version, it was basically the cockpit, more or less.
No, it wasn't the SR-71. It was the Valkyrie
Ah, okay.
that had the keep all limbs inside as close as you can, because it's turning into a pod and jettisoning you out.
Yep.
But I can't drive a standard transmission.
Something clutching at pearls.
Before swine.
Much like many of our other podcasts. Nothing like, oh well.
Is that an M1 carbine?
Very likely.
No, it's an M1 carbine. Them's the brakes, kid.
Surprise!
Say hello to my little friend Sam.
You got your shot, I got mine. Once they're past, don't look.
Not even a Wilhelm?
I've been hearing a lot of Wilhelm
Time to shake the
recently.
tree.
They shouldn't have gotten far enough away.
Isn't that the
Permission to
same tower
buzz
that they
the...
blew
Oh,
up
never
like
mind.
20 minutes earlier?
Pardon?
I said, isn't
Yes,
that
I think it was.
Yeah. Looked like the exact same tower explosion that got blown up 30 minutes earlier.
Well, I
think
mean,
you're right. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Oh, hell.
I'm not dead. I think I'll go for a walk.
Really hurts!
Now I've got Dragon Force Through the Fire and Flames playing in my head. Alas, that song wouldn't be written for another 20 years. Those are not Toyotas. No, it's your dying hallucination.
I just got a bullet through my chest. It probably nicked my lung.
No, you've been shot!
Oh, yeah, it's definitely through the shoulder blade.
But he rubbed some dirt on it and is walking it off.
Oh, the cars didn't work, so we're going to send an open motorcycle.
Suicide Squad, attack! Nope, they all burned to death.
There we go.
About to do something really stupid.
So long and tanks for the fish.
The answer is yes.
Well, at least in this movie.
Right. And the answer to the kid's question was yes. Yeah, you think? I bet those G's feel wonderful on the bullet wound.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. And the, hours of flying back is
Well, he doesn't have to fly all the way back. He just has to fly to basically
that's
The
an
scene of the
allied
crash.
base. Whee! I'm angry and I want some angry sex.
I need your clothes, your glasses, and your jet.
Now. Whee! That's why David Suchet,
Who?
the guy who
Yeah.
playing the minister, the one who told the fella to get out of the plane.
Ah,
Yeah, he's had a pretty lengthy career after this movie.
And before.
Yeah.
you know why they don't have an air-to-air missile called the Epee?
Called the what?
The after the sword.
Oh, Epee.
Epee, yes, because it's easily foiled by chaff.
Fox, do a barrel roll.
You mean an Airlon roll?
Trying?
Use the air brakes. You know, he sounds so emotional.
Yes. He's got the he's acting to his full emotional range from A to B.
But he doesn't really need B because it's not appropriate for this movie.
Yep. You know, I'm remembering right now, for some reason, the story of the pilot who managed to shoot himself down.
Oh, yes.
Yep. At least he had a chance to scream, see his death coming for him. And Dad really should not be using his left arm at all. Keeps unhooking and unhooking his mask.
Yeah, he's... Yeah, that's kind of sinister. He should be more dexterous.
Don't.
Mask on.
But contract requires FaceTime.
Major Smiley. That's a big nope. That's the little octopus.
Because if you do want to engage, we're gonna kill the ever living fuck out of you guys.
We will be happy to comply.
Usually don't do that during a combat.
The arrested kind.
Soon. Shouldn't he be in cuffs? Just saying.
Give it time.
All those Smith & Wesson revolvers.
I can see Weer'd's boner from here.
Schrodinger's Chappie.
Yep.
He did not have to pet the fish from the inside.
Mm-mm.
Or at least he does.
Oh, the Strategic Air Command ascots.
Mm-hmm.
General Edwards, yes. That guy's been so much.
Dumb ass kid. Welcome to boot camp.
Shouldn't the band be playing Du Hast?
Yes.
I was trying to think of a good joke.
You're welcome. Careful.
Ow.
Careful.
Ow.
In a clear act of war.
Right.
Everyone who knows about that is either dead or sworn to secrecy. Look at the traditional dress. Did she make it herself?
Oh, she's gone plaid. You know, considering that the dumbass kids instructors at the academy will probably have rumors of what he has done, his life's going to be absolute hell.
Mm.
Don't salute. Kid.
Don't worry, they'll beat it out of him.
We can but hope.
Oh, blue
And
screen of
thus
death.
ends the saga of the dumbass kid.
The saga of the dumbass kid never actually ends. It's just passed on to the next dumbass kid.
So I think we've all haven't seen this in ages. How did it hold up?
Well, as Xander said earlier, the kids are a lot dumber than when I was younger.
I found that this movie aged like fine cheese.
Kind of crunchy now.
It was about what I remembered, so yeah.
Iron Eagle.
It was still a fun movie.
I want to. I'm tempted to hunt down the other 3 movies.
Yourself and tell us about them.
You beat me to it, David. Oh, well, it was certainly a good film track movie.
Yeah.
We quite enjoyed mocking the hell out of it.
The second one was very much on the same level as this one, I think. The third one was slipping, and the fourth
Was bleeding out.
Louis Gossett Jr. needed a paycheck.
Another divorce to pay for?
Has Lou Gossett Jr. been divorced a bunch of times?
I don't know. He's an actor. I assume so.
That is fair. I mean, it's not his worst performance, because he was in the Blazing Saddles TV show.
We don't speak of that.
Oh,
There was a TV show.
We don't speak of that. It's like
It was never actually aired.
which
they did-
is a limited blessing because it wasn't. All copies weren't destroyed.
So by the way, Lou Gossett Jr. is twice divorced, once annulled, and has been has been an eligible bachelor since 1992.
When did the last Iron Eagle movie come out? Around 1992?
I bet it is, actually.
So I think it was later than that, but not by much.
I guess they couldn't
Iron Eagle
keep
3
the-
came out in 1992.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the divorce movie.
And that, yeah, I could see that being he needs some money. And Iron Eagle 4 came out in 95.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't keep the marriage going without the tension of the threat of Soviet invasion.
That actually ended a lot of relationships, from what I heard. Lot of military personnel who that whole honey, the Russians might come through the Fulda Gap any day, so whatever. And that was gone. It's like, yeah, no, the Russians aren't coming. Take out the garbage.
Actually, I was making a sideways reference to Tremors 2.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Well, that was Iron Eagle. And of course, I'd like to thank our supporters on Patreon. You guys, thank you so much for buying this wonderful film track. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And of course, we were joined by the lovely dulcet tones of Xander Opal.
You're welcome.
You made it worse. You made it worse. The dulcet tones of Oddball. You cut out. Try again.
Have a good folks.
The dulcet tones of David.
This is David signing off and saying thank you.
I feel so uncomfortably.
And I am Weer'd, and I will see you for the next ACP film track.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sleep well and have pleasant dreams.
Have a good one.